Hi all, so these videos hopefully videos, are going to be tracking of metformin. So when I was told I was starting on metformin as a medication, I went and had a look for anything online that people had put about how they'd experienced it. And there wasn't really a lot out there, so or it was focused on fertility and things like that, and that's not why I'm taking the medication. So a little bit of background to why I'm taking metformin. I was diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome in my late teens. I'm now 35. I have been having issues with it for 20 plus years. I have numerous symptoms, and I've never really had good gynecological care that has said to me, we can help you with that. It's always been really focused on whether I wanted to get pregnant, and because I didn't have a desire for pregnancy, I was just basically told just lose weight and that'll help. Eventually this year my symptoms changed quite dramatically and got worse, but when I went back they thought I had uterine cancer. Anyway, after biopsies and scans and lots of different things, it turned out not to be. But what they did discover is that my a lot more about kind of my profile and what was going on. So I was having quite a significant hormone imbalance with an overproduction of androgens, so the male hormones. Wasn't surprised by that, and that's quite common in PCOS. Obviously my ovaries were covered in, not actually cysts or the polycystic ovary, but they presented as a cystic ovary, heavily unilateral, but some on the other side as well. And I also have insulin resistance, and what the doctor explained to me is that despite the fact that I go to the gym 4 times a week, I wouldn't say that I eat healthy all the time, but I don't eat horrendously. I've either gained weight or retained weight, and that's because of the insulin resistance. So he eventually said, you can't go on like this regardless of fertility or whatever, just on a human level, so we're going to give you metformin. So if I talk about some of my symptoms, and then hopefully we can track them on the journey and see how I get on. So the symptoms I have is obviously weight gain and retention of weight. I've weighed myself today because I'm starting the metformin today, and I am 18 stone 4 pounds. I'm 5'5". I'm fairly fit. Excuse me. I go to the gym, like I say, several times a week, but I definitely could be much fitter. I've done all my measurements because I'm going to try and track that as well. So technically obese, obesity. Because of the overproduction of androgens and the insulin and everything else, I get quite significant hair growth. So I get hair growth down here, across here, here. I get it all up my stomach. I don't get it on my back or anything like some people do. And I'm lucky in a sense because I'm quite fair, so it's not really dramatic, but it's significant, and I spend a lot of money on waxing and other stuff. I have quite significant mood swings, quite a lot of pain. I have irregular uterine bleeding, so I bleed randomly between periods. What else do I have? I have kind of thinning and hair loss. It's a delight, isn't it? I think that's it. If I find anything. And then actually the main issue that I've been having of late is just complete significant levels of fatigue. So falling asleep, even though I might have like 8 to 10 hours sleep, and then in the first meeting of the day I'm falling asleep. When I eat, I was having massive dips, so I was about to fall asleep, or I was feeling really fatigued or unwell, and apparently that's the insulin resistance and the glucose and the sugar rises and dips and things like that. So the metformin is about balancing your insulin and addressing that, which in turn apparently in most cases leads to weight loss, leads to a reduction in fatigue and exhaustion, improves other things kind of systemically. I'm assured that as those things start to improve, other things will start to improve as well, because it will impact my hormone production and hopefully reduce some of the other symptoms. For me, the main issue, I've lived with polycystic ovaries for years, you know, the hair growth and all the other crap I just get on with and I adapt to. The one thing that has been absolutely draining my soul is the fatigue and the exhaustion. I've just not been coping at all. It's been impacting my life, my ability to go out, my general, day-to-day well-being. It's impacted me at work. So if this helps that, that's great. If I also lose weight along the way, that's even better. And from an aesthetic point of view, whatever other people's opinions are of me, I don't care. I generally am not massively unhappy. I'm not focusing on what I look like, but I know the less I weigh, the healthier I will be in regards to my PCOS, because that's been a pattern for me in the past. So I'm not equating BMI to health, because we know that's not the case, but certainly for me as an individual, if I weigh less, my PCOS improves. So it is the 31st of January 2023. I am starting my metformin. I'm going to be taking 1 a day for the first 7 days, then 2 a day, then 3 a day. So eventually I'll be on 1500 milligrams a day. And I know there can be some side effects, and people either can cope or can't. Some people say the side effects are worse than the symptoms. So so this video is really to just say that I'm going to track those things and update weekly, and we'll see how I get on. So I hope this is informative for anybody who's on said journey, and I'll let you know how I go.